Hey guys, this is Alex from Starco Gaming. In this next video we're going to be taking Tier 1 Agent Venom, who's not fully maxed yet, versus normal Thanos. We are going to be using She-Hulk as leadership with Tier 2 Werewolf as a team up, but we won't be using any strikers at all, guys. So before we actually look at Agent Venom build and stuff, I just want to show you guys my cards so you know where I'm coming from. So let's start. We have a first card is Marvel Zombie number 2. We're running with dodge, cooldown, and all attack on this card. Next card we have the Punisher number 19. We are running with ignore defense, attack speed, and all attack on that card. Third card we have Loki, Agent of Asgard number 17, which has all attack, cooldown duration, dodge, and energy attack. The fourth card we are running with Civil War number 4. We have all attack, cooldown duration, and ignore defense on it. And the last card we are running with is Groot number 5. We have critical damage, ignore defense, energy attack, cooldown duration, and physical attack on that card. For the card total effects here, guys, we have the important stat: attack speed 10%, all attack 30.5%, ignore defense 25%, and cooldown duration 29.8%. Guys, I always like to give the baseline for the cards in every video. When you're building your cards, the baselines are really important. You need cooldown duration at least 28%, ignore defense 20%, all attack 30%, and attack speed 10%. Then after that, when you upgrade your card, you want to make sure you do not touch those baseline, and you want to work on all attack, physical attack, energy attack, and ignore defense. And you want to remove as much as the defense you can, except the dodge, because the dodge on certain characters is really important. And guys, when you upgrade a card, and when you want to upgrade a card or change a card, always make sure you take care of the cards in your inventory. You upgrade it, you combine it, you change the option on it. Then once the card is fully ready, you take it and you replace the cards you want to replace on your inventory. If you try to change option on a card that you currently have equipped, you have a huge chance to fuck yourself in the ass. Sorry your language, guys, but it's the truth. So guys, with that said, let's move to Agent Venom build. Here you can see I already set the team I'm going to be using in the wall bus Thanos normal. So let's take a quick look. I can see my gear is not maxed yet. We have first gear at 18, rest at 17. So let's take a quick look at the gear, guys. I went really basic. I went all attack all the way on the first gear. Agent Venom is actually a physical attack character, so to min-max is first gear, you will go with physical attack by level in the 2 first slot, at least 50%, then all attack or physical attack in the rest. Second gear, guys, you want to go all defense. Don't waste your time with defense by level in the 2 first slot. It's not good, big enough upgrade to be actually worth it. The third gear, guys, to be optimal, you want to go HP by level in its 2 first slot, at least 190%, then HP all the way. But guys, I'm not I'm not done building the characters, so my gear are not all set and all that stuff. So that's why I'm not full min-max with this guy, because this guy is going to get min-max from me, that's for sure. The fourth gear, guys, we have I put attack speed. What you want to do is you want to max your skill cooldown, then you want to max your ignore defense, then you want to max your attack speed, then critical rate or critical damage, depending on the character. When we look at Venom, Agent Venom, a tier 2 passive. We'll see what's going on because I forgot what it is. I will see it when I move to the skill page, guys. If you have gear level 20 and you're working on your Odin Blessing set, guys, in each gear you want to put 2 physical attack euro in each gear. Then you want to go with the same thing as gear number 4. You max your skill cooldown, then you max your defense, then your attack speed, then you go with critical rate, critical damage, depending on your setup. So that is it for the gear, guys. Next we're going to take a quick look at my Obelisk. My Obelisk is still you know, a work in progress. I put what I had in my inventory. That was my last characters from the update 3.0. So that's the last Obelisk I had left. That was the 6-star. So I took that, I threw it on him. Well, gladly I had ignore defense on it, so that capped my ignore defense for sure. But the rest is pretty useless. Basically, on this guy, I actually recommend going with immune to guard break with increased damage procs, and most likely we're going to need a snare resist on him too, because well, he's most likely going to replace Iron Fist on Combat Arrow Day for Alliance Battle Extreme, but a test still have to be done by people who already have him at tier 2 that will test him in the next Aero Combat Alliance Battle Extreme, which is in 2 days if I'm not mistaken. So that's for the Obelisk. If we look at my ISO set, guys, it's really good ISO set. We went with Overdrive. It's actually the second 8th ISO set I actually rolled, so I kept it. Is it better than Power of the Angry Hulk? It's close to be as good, but Power of the Angry Hulk has a little edge because of the attack speed, which is really important. But I really like Overdrive too, so I went with Overdrive. You can see this is still a work in progress. I still need at least 3 stone to get to 6 stars. Eventually it will get there, but with 3 new characters I'm running out of 6 stars ISO, so that's the setup we have for now. If you actually get fully awakened Overdrive ISO set, the pros actually become increased by 40% of full attack for 20 seconds. And next, guys, we're going to take a quick look at the skills. First, we're going to look at the passive. Passive, guys, activation rate 25% chance when attacking, applied to self, increase all attack, all speed, and critical rate by 6%. It lasts 10 seconds, and the cooldown is 15 seconds. Really amazing tier 1 passive, guys. The leadership here, guys, really good leadership. Applied to all allies, increased by 30% of physical attack, which it's the standard for a physical attack leadership. Then you have a tier 2 passive here. We are not tier 2, so we don't get the passive, but just to look at it, guys, apply to self, increase critical damage by 15% and increase guaranteed critical rate by 30%. So guys, if you can give him a lot of critical damage, it's actually optimal, especially with Euro, with the 4th gear. If you can afford it, that will make him a lot stronger, because he starts with 30% critical rate, a guaranteed critical rate that will add to the regular critical rate, so this is very good. It also enhances the effect of his tier 1 passive. I do not have him to tier 2 yet, so I cannot tell you how much it actually increased, but once we get to tier 2 with Agent Venom, we'll do a full guide video, guys, so don't worry about that. Okay, the most important skills on Agent Venom. Basically, you have the 5th skill that will actually, if the enemies are stunnable, will stun the target for 2 seconds, will apply to self invincible for 5 seconds, and do a huge iframe skill that will last about 5 seconds, well, with the attack speed I have right now. So with max attack speed, I'll say maybe 3.5 to 4 seconds. So the whole duration of your attack you have invincible to make sure that when you're not in the iframe phase of the attack, you don't get hit. So that is pretty awesome skills. Second awesome skills, guys. Well, second skills in the rotation is actually a fourth skill. It's a full iframe. You jump in the air and just throw Venom at the target, which is awesome. Then you have the third skill. Third skill is going to give you guard hits for 8 hits for 8 seconds. And basically, with the amount of attack speed I currently have, my rotation right now is 5, 4, 3, repeat. But if you have better attack speed, you're going to do 5, 4, 3. Then you're going to fill with skill number 2, skill number 1, if you have time to do both. Skill number 2 is going to do more damage than skill number 1, so you want to go skill number 2. Then if you still have time before your 5th skills, you go with skill number 1. So that's pretty much for the rotation with Agent Venom. Awesome characters, guys. Next, we're going to take a global look at his stats. I'm having tiered She-Hulk leadership, so we cannot see the increased stats because it only applies in a fight when you fight male, so it doesn't show on the stat sheet. So we're running at 10.9k physical attack at tier 1 right now, which is good. With tier 2 Werewolf, we're having a critical damage buff, so we're running 166%. Critical rate, guys, we have 13% critical rate. So if you take consideration the tier 2, that you get another 30% guaranteed. So that puts you at minimum of 43%. Plus you get the bonus from Alliance level 30, it's 14%. So that's bring you really close to 60% critical rate. So that's why you do not even pay attention to critical rate on Venom. You go critical damage all the way as soon as you have your skill cooldown cap and you're in your defense cap, and you try to work on your attack speed at the same time, because you can see my attack speed is pretty low. My skill cooldown is only 34.44%, but that's because I am not done leveling his gear. When I will be done leveling his gear, guys, you can see on the 4th gear here, it has native skill cooldown, so I'm going to be really close to 36%, if I'm not 36%. So that is pretty much it for his build, guys. What can I say about Agent Venom? Agent Venom is the superstar of Guardians of the Galaxy update, guys. He is awesome. He is the strongest characters we had in a while. If you play him right, he is unkillable. Like literally unkillable. I haven't tested him in PvP and such thing. I only tested him in actual wall boss versus Thanos. I did it without Striker, and that was easy as a pie, guys. So I really say that if you do get the biometric package selectors, you know, the monthly package that costs, I think it's $8.99 US, guys, get Agent Venom and get him up there as soon as you can. Mine will be tier 2 in, I'll say 2-3 weeks, depending how lucky I am with the gear, maybe less. You know, will depend how lucky I am with upgrading his gear. But as soon as we get him to tier 2, guys, we will do another video showing a gameplay for every game mode for him. So guys, that said, next we're going to move to the gameplay, guys. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel, to like this video. We appreciate every kind of support that we get, and guys, come back for more videos. So on that, we are moving to the gameplay, guys.